Every time I talk about this, I like to say up front that what I did was wrong. It was a serious crime. I broke the law and I deserve to be punished. I would even say that I deserve to go to prison. But what I would submit is that what I got when I arrived there should never have been part of my punishment. My crime, among other things, was I had an after-school job at a hotel, and I had stolen some passkeys, and some friends of mine and I used to go out drinking, and at night we'd go and we'd look for an empty room. One of the reasons I never should have gotten into trouble is I've been one of these kind of guys that always got caught, and I got caught, and the hotel prosecuted me. And then the thing that really got me in trouble, and I got into a lot of trouble very quickly at the age of 17. And in Michigan, where I grew up, 17 is considered an adult. But I was coming home from a party, and I had found a toy gun in the field, and I was playing with it, and I was crossing a parking lot, and there was one of these 24-hour photo booths. And I walked up and was, initially just joking around. I just, stuck the little toy gun in the window, and I said to the lady, "Your money or your life," or something stupid like that. And she turned and hit the cash register and started taking the money out. And in a very impulsive moment that I would come to regret my entire life, I took the money and I ran the 5 blocks home. And I got caught. I'm a big man if you meet me today, but in 1978 I was this very skinny kid. I was 158 pounds. I had really long curly hair. I looked like Peter Frampton. Some of you, I think, might be too young to know who that is, but I had big blue eyes. I was frightened. And the guys saw me when I got off the bus. And some of them invited me to sit down and have a drink of spud juice, a homemade liquor. Some prisons call it Pruno or hooch. This inmate that I was assigned to or owned by was responsible for my protection. He made sure that I didn't experience any more of these violent gang rapes, but in exchange for that protection, I had to provide sexual favors. I was afraid to come forward. I was afraid to tell authorities. Especially in the higher class prisons where inmates are serving up to and including life or multiple life sentences, the weakest inmates are exploited, the weakest inmates are raped, but snitches are killed. And there's a common interest among all inmates to eliminate snitches, so I was terrified to say anything. It usually only takes 1 or 2 violent episodes before an inmate who's in the situation that I was in start to make painful compromises. So I was in one of these things called a protective pairing. And those kinds of relationships can run the range of something that is completely abusive and exploitive to something that may even look as though it's a mutually emotionally satisfying relationship. And we can talk a little later about some of the challenges of figuring out what's consensual sex and what's coercive sex. But this person that I was with was, in a relative scheme of things, he was a fairly decent guy. The guy that lost the coin toss was a complete sociopath. And I'll tell you that had the coin toss gone the other way and I was assigned to this other guy, I don't know that I would have been able to save enough of myself to salvage later. I don't know if I would have been able to ever survive that.